Yo, what is going on with y'all boys? We're back at again with another video, and as you can see by the title, in this video I'm gonna show you how to get placements and specifically how to network and find other producers to lock in with to get you placements essentially. Alright, right before we get into the video, I just want to talk quickly about something that I'm starting. It's my exclusive Discord community with a network of high level producers to network with. You'll get 2 free sound kits, just tons of opportunities, info on how to network, how to brand, how to get placements, how to monetize yourself, and everything you could possibly need to know as a music producer. Best thing is, it's only 20 bucks. We're only accepting a few people, so click the link in the description ASAP to go check that out. Let's get into the video. Essentially, what networking is literally just reaching out online, in person, to music producers, artists, managers, engineers, people who work at labels, artists' friends, producers' friends, whoever. Just reaching out to somebody. I'm gonna show you how to find these people, how to reach out to them, how to build a connection with them, and networking is how you're gonna get placements. Murda Beat said this, Metro Boomin said this. Getting placements at music production is 80% network and 20% actually making the beat, which is super fact. So I'm gonna show you guys every little nitty gritty thing in this, how to DM people, how to message people, little tips in Instagram to get messages more, how to send your stuff out, so how to send it out in email. I'm not gonna go too in depth in that, I'll save that for another video. How to build an email list, just everything. Make sure you stay to the end, grab a notepad, start taking notes on this, and actually execute on this shit so you can lock the fuck in this year. And you don't just keep saying, I'm gonna get this placement, I'm gonna get this placement. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it, exactly how me and other producers were able to work with Future, ESTG, Lil Durk, fucking Cowboy, Lil Key, Lil Double O, all these producers, all these artists, never met them, sitting in my room, in my parents' house, on my laptop, in my bedroom, getting these placements overseas. And if you're in Europe, you're in Germany, you're in Africa, you're in fucking Australia, you're in wherever, you can do this too. Don't worry. Let's go. Bro, y'all may not be able to read that, but I kid you fucking not. Someone just texted me, I can't even say who. Someone just texted me and said, we just got on with Lil Got It fam. They could be capping, but this is kind of like a pretty big producer. So as I'm making a video to you guys about networking, someone who I networked with just got me a fucking placement with Lil Got It. Lock the fuck in. All right, enough yapping. Let's get right into this. First thing we're gonna do is hop into Genius. And one thing I want to say, what you guys gotta do before we get into this, make sure your page doesn't look like a fucking bot. As you can see right here, I have my highlights. They have no name right now because I'm a mysterious ass motherfucker. No, I'm playing, but I have just some fits. I talk about this in all my videos. Your page cannot look like a bot if you want people to hit you back. I got fit pics over here, my placements over here, me in the studio over here, a sound kit I dropped, me going Billboard, a vlog of me in the studio, beat snippets, other placements, a picture of me when I was legit, all that sort of stuff. So I don't look like a bot. My profile pic is cool. I got my bio straight. People are gonna want to hit me back based on my profile. And if you don't have placements, if you have a home studio, get someone to take a picture of you, make that your profile photo, get someone to take some different angles of you, make that a post some beat snippets in a unique way, play them in the background of Star Wars, people fighting or something unique that'll actually gain attention. Then when you hit people up, you'll have a higher chance of doing it rather than having a fucking anime profile photo and pictures of your dog and your girlfriend. So I'm talking really fast, by the way, so we could get through this and y'all could actually learn. So if you guys want to slow the video down, speed it up, whatever, I'm going to talk fast. All right, boom. We're in genius.com, which is the fucking sauce. It's the place where I try to get all my placements from, where I find people from. I don't know who the fuck this is, but, right? So we're going to go to Gunna's album, right? You could just search here, whoever you want, Rio the Young OG, whoever you want to get a placement with. We go to his album, One of One. He just released his May 10th. He just released this today, actually. And already I have all the songs here, as you can see. And you're probably wondering to yourself, how is this going to get me placements? How am I going to get a song with Gunna through this? How am I going to lock in with people from YSL? Here's what you got to do. You click on the song, and you can see produced by Evergreen and Young T. You see the producers that are on this song. You hold control, click on it. Go to the next one. You see that prod by Key, Beard, and Kenny Stunn produced on this. Open these up. You go on this one, Turbo. Turbo's a little bigger, so you might not be able to hit him up. Turbo produced on this one. Turbo and Evergreen. Evergreen's actually from my city. Prod of them, Aviator Keys, Evergreen, and Fritz on the track. So you can see, just from a couple songs, I found all these producers that work with Gunna and produce on his album and have some connection to Gunna. And as you can see, I go on his profile and I can see this guy produced shit for Lil Durk, YSL, Lil Durk, Roddy Ricch, whole bunch of stuff. So now all I gotta do, scroll down to the bottom of his page, tap this, and here's his Instagram right here, bro. And now what you're gonna do from here, and you can do that with all these people. Evergreen, tap his Instagram, scroll down, tap his Instagram, do this. Right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 producers that you can network with. just from like 5 seconds of work, just from genius.com. And I'm not sponsored, obviously, by the way. This is literally just sauce. Now that you have their Instagram, you have their profile, you found them. You found a producer who's connected with an artist that you want to get a placement with. You see their page. They probably don't follow you already. You're going to want to go to one of their posts, let's say his most recent one. Or let's just go to this one, and we're gonna like it, and we're gonna leave a kind of cool comment, something that's not just a fire emoji. So we're gonna say, and I'm doing this in real time, I've never hit this guy up before. I'll say album of the year. I'm gonna say something that's gonna catch his eye, right? He's probably gonna like that comment, something like that. Then I'm just gonna go over here real quick. So this is the message that I send people. This is the holy grail message that everyone asked me for. I'm giving it to you guys for fucking free. You're gonna go follow, maybe just look through his story, see what he's up to, like his story, right? Maybe like his story again. What you can either do is, if he has something on his story, you can reply to his story something cool, something, yo, this is so fire. And then when he says like, yo, I appreciate it, then you say, let's lock in or something like that. You can either do that, or you can just immediately send him a message. So I'm gonna copy this message in. You've been going dumb, gang. I don't know why it says dumb. It's usually you've been going crazy, gang. I be working with Huncho and Lil Durk. I got FLPs, loops, and starters. So what I'm doing right here, I give him a compliment, boost his ego a bit, tell him who I'm working with, so what value I can provide. My friend's sending me reels right now, but tell him the value I can provide. So I'll be working with Huncho and Lil Durk. He'd be like, yo, who is this guy? He works with Huncho and Lil Durk. And then tell him the more value I can provide, which what I can actually send him. So I can send him FLPs, loops, and starters. Then just a closing little like 3 words, let's lock in. So he knows I'm about business, we could actually work, and I just send him that message. Next person, I go that, do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing. And you could do like 20, 100, 10 of these a day, bro. Do this while you're taking a shit. Do this while you're just scrolling on your phone. Just lock in, bro. You can cook these, you can just send these messages all the time. And what I don't want to see is that exact message that I just sent copy and pasted, because that's what people can see through when it's copy and pasted, right? So what I usually like doing is, let's say on Evergreen's post, I'm not gonna hit him up because I already have DMs with him. Let's say he has something, I'll say this album is crazy, and then I'll be in his DM. Then when he replies to that, I'll already be in his primary DM. I won't be in his request or anything like that. And then I could send him a message once I've already gotten his attention, instead of just immediately sending that message. That's what I would recommend for smaller producers who, like, you don't have any placements yet or nothing, and you really just wanna get their attention before you send them a message, because they're not gonna hit you back if you're really small. But if you just send like a, yo, you're super fire, and you kind of boosted their ego, and now they're gonna want to hit you back because you were just kind of like nice to them. And this works a little bit. This works pretty well, actually. Sending them a nice message and then sending them kind of like a, yo, let's work, bro. Or sending that message that I just showed you guys. All right, now the next thing I want to show you guys, that's how you network with producers. That's the #1 way that I get my placements. This is for people who don't make loop starters or FLPs. And if you don't, I recommend you do. Because how are you going to beat the guy, if you're just making beats, sending to artists, how are you going to beat the guy who's making beats, but he's also sending loops to producers, and he's also sending starters to loop makers, and he's also sending FLPs to drum makers and people who just want to kind of make a beat really quickly, and he's sending zip files to all of them? How are you going to beat that guy? How are you going to surpass that guy if he's doing 4 times the amount of stuff you're doing? And one quick little method, if you're making a beat, halfway through while you're making the melody, you can export it as a starter. Then when you finish that melody, you can export it as a sample. Then halfway through when you add the drums, export it as an FLP. Then when you fully finish the beat, you have a full beat that you could send out. Now you have 4 different things to send out to 4 different people, or 4 of the same people for different purposes, which is fucking insane. It's a productivity hack. I don't know any other YouTuber who's a producer who's really giving sauce like this, bro. Like, just completely transparent sauce, bro. Like, this is what I mean, bro. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm just dropping everything. If I knew this when I started out without all my trials and tribulations, I very strongly think that I would be 10 times to the point of where I'm at right now, like 10 times higher up. My boy Genie put me onto this. If you want to find other artists, another way to get placements is, if you want an artist Instagram and you go through their following, people who you can just tell by the username or profile photo, if they have one of Baby Drill, whoever you're hitting up, one of their albums as their profile photo, it's most likely one of their friends. And the reason this is fire is because you can send beats to their friend, and their friend is literally just gonna, if their friend just vibes with the beats and fucks with the beats, or they're an artist themselves, they might get a feature from Baby Drill if they're in a room with Baby Drill and they're playing the beat and he happens to hear it. Just sort of stuff like that, where if you just hit up like 30 of Baby Drill's friends that he follows and you're sending them beats consistently, they're bound just to get to him. Plus you're sending to his producers, plus you're gonna send to his managers and engineers, which I'm gonna show you how to do right after this. It's insane, bro. You're bound to get a placement like this. Most of the time, the rappers are just gonna be following girls. They're just gonna be following girls and other rappers. So you're gonna have to go through it a little bit, kind of see. You could actually kind of just see some good guys. So right here, Boss Man Danjo. We're gonna open that boy up. Pause. We're gonna open him up, and you can see, what is he? He does features for YTB Fat and Big Homie G. So he's not really related to YTB Fat, but he's like YTB Fat's manager or something like that. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, look, this guy right here. You have to scroll down a little bit, and you'll kind of start seeing these. But look, Fox BD, all these guys now, Huncho 4L. Like, you're finding all these guys. Get Rich Zay, that's actually a rapper. But yeah, like, you're finding all these guys that you can now hit up, and I'm gonna show you the message for them. I'm pretty sure I've already hit them up, but this is my message. Let's lock in, big bro. You hard as hell. I got a crazy beat pack to send over. I be working on stuff with Dirk and Huncho. So you're telling them, I be working on stuff with Dirk and Huncho. You're telling them, let's lock in. You're telling the value you can provide to them. It's crazy, right? And you can see this guy. You text him, you hit him up, like some of his posts, comment, same thing. Hit this guy up. You can see that this is one of his friends. He's a rapper. He manages some artists. This guy, you can just see that this guy is someone's friend. Whose friend is he? He's literally just chilling. He's just chilling with YTB Fat. So as you can see, this is one of YTB Fat's friends. So if you're sending to him, let's say right before this beautiful event, they decided to just chill at his house, and he was just on his phone playing beats that you sent him. YTB Fat overhears it. He goes to the studio after this. Yo, send me that beat. Just from you sending it to this guy who's probably gonna respond to you because nobody else is hitting him up, you're gonna get a placement. Like, it's fucking sauce, bro. You just hit all of those guys up, bro. You hit all of them up that you can find from multiple different artists. And I would say to stick to working on like 3 to 4 artists a month. Only make beats for like a certain group of artists a month, I would say. Don't try working on stuff for Lucky, Lil Tony, V's, YTM Day Money, fucking YTB Fat, all these Future, all these different people in 1 month. I would say work on stuff for Future, Rob 49, Doughboy, and someone who's kind of all in that like dark trap sort of style. So you're not making a whole bunch of different stuff. You can make the same type of beat and send it to all these guys and all the people that you've networked with through the Genius method. And the next thing that you can do is to find engineers. You can go here and you can see written by. Written by is gonna show you the engineer. So Kenny Stunton and Harrison Song. Kenny Stunton, I think we already hit him up, but that means he's probably an engineer too now. But this guy Harrison, you can see that this guy he said he's a producer, but he might be an engineer or something like that. This kind of doesn't work as much as the produced by, but most of the time when it says written by and you hit them up, it'll most of the time be an engineer in the names, right? So written by Lord Cap, that's also the producer. This is kind of a new album, so they haven't updated the written by. But yeah, that's how you can find engineers as well. And I would recommend sending the same message that you send to producers. Just say like, I got beats and loops for you, because a lot of the time the engineers are producers as well. Don't judge what I'm wearing on the top right now. I take off my hoodie, it's too hot. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how you get the spreadsheet set up. So your spreadsheet is where you're gonna store all the emails, because it's pretty useless if you hit people up and you just think that you're gonna memorize their email, because you're gonna be at a point where on my email list I have like 400 loop makers, 400 for FLPs. So it gets really not confusing, but you get a lot of emails, so you want to have it organized. I have mine in separate spreadsheets, but you can have it all in one spreadsheet. It's all your opinion. How I would recommend doing this, these are all fake emails, by the way. So you have your main producers. Your main producers is all like the really big producers you hit up who are still active, who you're working with, who you're locked in with. This list kind of grows after you grow these lists, so don't worry about this list for now. But yeah, you have your main producers, starters, beats, FLPs, and loops. Most of you guys are only going to be making loops, maybe starters and beats. FLPs I recommend doing, you can literally just export these by. So I have a beat right here. Hard ass beat, by the way. But you just go here, export, zip loop package, and with that zip loop package, it gives you a zip file. You can just drag that zip in when you send it to somebody. They drag it in this top corner right here, and it'll open up this whole file and all the sounds that are in it. So they can literally just drag it in and have that exact FLP, which is super fire. And I use FLPs all the time, and not many people make FLPs. So there's only like 4 producers that really send me FLPs, and I work with all of them. No, like I would never use their loops otherwise. But yeah, you have your starters lists, and you just ask them, the person that you hit up, yo, do you want starters, FLPs, or loops? And they'll probably tell you, I want starters, I want loops. Or if they just don't tell you, you don't want to be needy, they just don't tell you, they just kind of just ignore you, or you just don't decide to ask them, you can see by their page. You can tell if they're a loop maker. If they're a loop maker, you could send them starters and loops. If you could tell they don't make loops, just send them beats and FLPs. But that, just put their value in. So let's say this is Gunna's producer. I say Gunna's producer, right? Boom. Now when I'm setting packs, so I can copy his email real quick. Okay, I know he works for Gunna. I need some guitar vibes and stuff like that. And then once you've kind of grown these lists, you can start adding to the main producers list, which are the producers you're locked in with. So if someone hits you back from one of your emails saying, yo, let's lock in, you're super hard, add them to the main producers list. If they follow you back on Instagram, they send you your email, and you guys are texting a lot, and they're saying, yo, let's lock in, you are so hard, and you know you're locked in with them now, add them to the main producers list. And you send to this every week. I'm going to tell you guys my schedule. Friday, I send loops. FOPs I send Sunday, starters I send Monday, main producers list, I have a whole separate list for that, so I send that 3 times a week, and then I also send beats 3 times a week. Like, I'm on my shit, bro. I'm on my shit. That's what y'all gotta be doing as well. So you guys can copy that exact schedule, whatever you want to do. But yeah, you gotta have a schedule so you're sending out consistently. The more you send out is not spammy. A lot of artists say that whoever's at the top of their inbox, they just check that. So if you're sending so consistently that every time they check their inbox, you're at the top, they might mute your notifications or something like that because you're sending so much. Every time they open their email, you're at the top. They're eventually going to check it. No matter who it is, they're eventually going to check it. There's this producer called T9C. He has songs with like Drake and stuff like that. I remember in the producer community, he used to have a thing, not even in like a bad way. T9C, if you're watching this, I love you. But he used to have like a thing where every single time I'd open my email, he'd be at the top in all my emails. I didn't even know how he got them. But now he has songs with fucking Drake and stuff like that. So that shit really pays off, bro. Like, you just gotta be consistent with it. Be consistent all the time. I can't lie, that wraps up the video. I hope you guys learned so much from this video. If you do everything that I just told you, you can really get these placements. I know getting placements kind of seems like a whole high up thing. It may not be possible. You can 100% do it, bro. You just gotta lock the fuck in, bro. You just gotta dial in and really do this. I got a community on the way, a huge community on the way for you guys. Like, it's gonna be the craziest thing ever. It's gonna have all the information you need to network. It's gonna be a community with other producers to network, all the information on music producing, like every single thing you can need, how to brand, how to network, how to make money. It's gonna have stuff on credit, how to invest your money, how to save your money, just like a whole plan for business, entrepreneurs, music producers, everything. Stay tuned for it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go follow the Instagram. I love y'all boys, and peace.